to take a look at their attitudes. Because as a pastor and as a church leader, you need to know where they're at. Do they think faith at home is important, or do they just want to be 1 hour consumers of church? Do they just want to outsource it and let someone else do it for them? So, because obviously the attitudes matter. And so we're going to take a look at the attitudes, help you see the attitudes of your people when it comes to, and faith at home is assessing everything to prayer in the home, Bible reading in the home, faith talk in the home, worship. It's looking at engagement in community service and missions. So it's kind of looking at about 7 different areas of faith life that should be happening in the home. And so what is our attitude towards doing these things in the home? Then the B is, what are their behaviors? What are they actually doing and not doing in the home? What are they doing personally across these 7 areas? What are they doing with their spouse in these 7 areas? What are they doing with their children in these 7 areas? And what are they doing with their teens in these 7 areas? And so we will get to take a look at their behaviors and help you see that. And then the final thing you'll be able to see is the D, which is, where do they desire help? And where do they desire help personally? Where do they desire help with their spouse? Where do they desire help with their children and with their teens? And so when you're done, we then are able to provide for you. So after the 3 weeks or so, after the window has closed and we feel we've got the right sample size that we need, it takes us anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks to produce a findings report. And then we will set up a Zoom conversation with you to go through your findings and provide you that findings report, which will also include some recommendations based on what we call the golden triangle opportunities that you have. And what I call a golden triangle is very simply this, is as we go through your findings and we look at your attitudes, your behaviors, your desires, what I'm also looking for is, where is it that we have a really good attitude, where your people are saying, we think this is important. So you don't have to sell it. They're bought in. They know they should be doing it. But then they also have very bad behavior. In other words, they're not doing it. So they got a great attitude, bad behavior, but then a high desire for help. If they also identify that as something that they greatly desire help in, well, then that's a golden triangle, because it's like low-hanging fruit. They're literally telling you, I feel this is important, we're not doing it, but we want help. Well, those are great places for you to start with your faith at home focus, because you're going to have early on success.